In a dense forest, there lived a young deer named Boo Boo. He was very agile and full of curiosity. He was known for his cheerfulness, always jumping here and there, enjoying every corner of the forest with enthusiasm. His mother, a wise deer, always reminded the young deer to be careful, especially when playing far from a safe place. Every morning, before leaving to look for food, the mother deer always gave advice to her child not to go too far, stay close to home, and avoid places you don't know. However, Boo Boo, who felt he was old enough and smart enough, often felt that his mother's advice was excessive. He thought, "I can take care of myself. This forest is my playground." One day, when the mother deer was looking for food, Boo Boo felt bored just playing around the river. He saw a small path between the trees that looked interesting. The path looked different, as if calling him to explore. Without thinking, Boo Boo started walking towards the path, leaving the safe places his mother had reminded him. As he walked further, he found a large meadow with beautiful flowers. The place was so interesting, and Boo Boo was happy to have found a new place. He started running around in the meadow, forgetting all his mother's advice. However, without him realizing it, the sky began to darken and the wind blew harder. It started to rain heavily. Boo Boo felt anxious. He tried to find his way back to the river, but the path he had taken earlier was no longer clear. All the trees and bushes looked the same, and he began to get lost. Fear enveloped his heart. He felt cold and soaked, not knowing where to go. Meanwhile, the mother deer who had returned from looking for food was worried because she did not find her child around the river. She immediately searched all over the forest, calling her child in a soft but worried voice. After a while, the mother deer finally found her child hiding behind the bushes, trembling with fear. The mother deer lovingly carried her child back to a safe place. Throughout the journey home, Boo Boo felt very sorry for ignoring his mother's advice. He learned that the advice was not to limit his freedom, but to protect him from dangers that he might not be aware of. After that incident, Boo Boo became more careful and always listened to his mother's advice. He realizes that his mother always knows what is best for him, and that the forest, although beautiful, also holds many dangers that are not always visible. The agile Boo Boo has now grown into a wise deer, who understands that following advice is a form of parental love and care.